Baby, the Holy Spirit told me to come tell you that you can't get tired yet. You cannot give up in this warfare. You cannot give up in this fight. You cannot give up in this season, baby. The pain that you're going through has a promise in it. The warfare that you're going through has wealth connected to it. Baby, the fight that you in has favor connected to it. Everything you're going through right now, you cannot say you're tired. You got to watch what your mouth say. Because, see, God hears, God knows. But, see, those that endure, God said the race is not given to the swift, not to the strong, but the one who endured through the pain, the one who endured through the warfare, the one who endured through the wounds, because it's by Jesus' stripes that you are healed from everything that you're going through. You can't do it in your own strength. God is the one who gives you the strength. The Holy Spirit is the one that intervenes for you. Baby, God got angels fighting those enemies, those demons on your behalf. Do you hear me? You cannot give up right now, because what you're going through right now is preparing you, baby, for the promise. It's preparing you for the future. It's preparing you for the wealth. God said wealth and riches is in your house. That doesn't just mean a physical house that you live in, baby. That means your temple is a house. What do you house within? What do you house within, baby? Ask yourself, what are you housing within? Because, see, you can't house that fear within if greater is he that's within you than he that's in the world. You cannot house that tiredness within. You cannot house that lack within. You cannot house that defeat within. Is, see, those wounds that's within there is what has to be healed in order to get you to what you've been praying for. See, the promise that's on your life, you have to prepare now through prayer. And God spoke to me about this 2 days ago, and my pastor even been talking about it yesterday and today. Listen, what you're going through now is only preparing you for what's to come. God cannot answer your prayers. He's not just gonna remove the pain. He's not just gonna remove the trauma. He's not gonna remove the warfare, because listen, you still gonna have to fight. Once you get to the promise, you're going to be faced with something else. The problems ain't going to stop. But see, each season you have to grow. You got to grow, because the problem's going to get bigger. The solving is going to come greater. You're going to have to think a little more. You're going to have to fight a little harder. Each season, each trial, each mountain that you get over, your foot is made to trample over high mountains, trample over the enemy, trample over those barricades, trample over everything that you're going through. You were made for this. You are not made to give up. You are not made to be weak. You are not made to be defeated in this battle. You have the authority. You got to speak that to yourself. You got to believe God. Believe him. If he said it, it got to come to pass. If there was a promise placed on your life, it has to come to pass. But it's all on how you prepare in private. You got to pray in private in order for your blessings to be prosperous in public. Let me say that again. You, in your private time, during your warfare, during your loneliness, during your defeat, during your lack, within your suffering, within your loneliness, within your loss, whatever it is, within those that's looking at you in shame, nobody's rooting for you, nobody's clapping for you, nobody's supporting you. In the midst of all that, in the private, you got to pray in private. You got to prepare in private. You got to know what God is telling you to do in private, baby. Because when God get ready to come through and bless you with your prayers in public, it's going to be prosperous. What's done in private, God will reward openly. You got to believe his word. You got to stand on his word, because God's words does not lie. God is not a man that he shall not lie. He said only if you believe the little side of a mustard seed. I like when I rhyme. Only if you believe with the little side of a size of a mustard seed, God will bless you far greater than you can imagine. Ephesians 3:20, God will bless you exceeding abundantly above all that you can ask or think. What are you thinking of yourself? When God say riches and wealth shall be in your house, you got to think rich. You got to think yourself being rich. Your peace is rich. Your happiness is rich. You're going to have rich money. Your relationships going to be rich. Your business going to be rich. Your courage gonna be rich. Your family, your relationships, your children, everything about you gonna be rich. And see, that richness is gonna produce the wealth for generations to come. Because if you was rich in your fight, in your tenacity, in your perseverance, and your dedication to continue to pray, to not give up, to not throw in the towel. I know it's hard. I know it feels like that you can't get up right now, but you will get up. No matter how many times you fail, you will get up. You will get up. You will get up. This is your season to get up, because next season, what God is preparing for you, it has to have a greater version of you. God can't bring you to what he has for you if you defeat it. See, you got to get your mind out right now. You got to get your mind out of the warfare. You got to get your mind out of the defeat. You got to get your mind out of the hurt. You got to get your mind out of the loneliness. God has to mend that heart. God got to get your mind right. Because see, he got to see, how can he trust you with the little? How can he trust you with being lonely? How can he trust you when men's come at you and trying to, baby, the enemy wants you dead. The devil wants you dead. Satan wants your promise. And if you keep saying, I don't know how much longer I can take it, I don't know what else to do, I'm tired. I'm tired of waiting on God. I'm tired of praying. I'm tired of constantly believing that he not coming. Check yourself. Check your environments. What are you doing with your time? What are you consuming? Who are you giving your time to? Who are you casting your pearls to? How are you preparing in the private? How are you praying? God said, check yourself. Check your surroundings. Check your heart. Check your mind. What are you thinking about every day? Are you just thinking about the outcome? Or are you preparing right now to walk in the blessings, to walk in the abundance, to walk in the promise, to live it out, baby? Happy, healed, whole, and free. I don't care how many years you've been going through the defeat and the warfare and the pain. God can't end it today. God can't end it in 24 hours. God can't end it, but God can send you somebody that could end it in the drop of a dime. But you got to believe, you got to prepare now. You got to get up and prepare now. Because see, the waiting don't mean to sit still. The waiting doesn't mean to stay in your defeat and cry. The waiting does not mean complaining. The wait, God said, listen to me. You have to address the issue and then do something about it. You got to address what it is. You heard it, address it, and then say, God, give me the strategy. Show me what I got to do. Because, see, when I gave it to God, he showed me how to pour back into myself. He showed me how to do self-care. Download the 30-day self-care with God challenge. Download the 21-day fasting devotional so you could get in the presence of pouring back into yourself, in the presence of hearing God, so God can give you the strategy to defeat that problem, to get over that problem, because then it's going to be another problem. Then it's going to be another hurdle you're going to have to cross. Then it's going to be another mountain that you're going to have to kick up out of your way. Then it's going to be another enemy trying to attack you. Then Satan going to try to come in a different form with his slick, conniving, evil ways. Satan gonna always try to come get you, your children, your promise, your money, your destiny. But see, as you grow, as you continue to be in God's presence, as you continue to listen to him and let the Holy Spirit lead and guide you, that's how you gain your strength. That's how you get the wisdom. That's how you'll be able to display your authority over the enemy, because he won't be able to defeat you. The discerning that God will give you will allow you to overpower the enemy in whatever shape or form he comes your way, baby. This is not the end. You cannot give up. You can't be tired now. You got to go to God and ask him, what do I do? And then you have to be obedient and do it. You can't just hear it and then not do it. God is not going to drop it in your lap until he see you moving. Yeah, miracles happen, but you got to be in that proper position where you're preparing yourself in prayer, in private, in order for your prosperity to be displayed publicly. Download the guys and start pouring back into yourself and start being in the presence of God. God got promises coming your way. He got blessings just waiting to drop out of the windows of heaven for you. But if you take too long, if you're constantly complaining, and God hear you saying that you're tired, God hear you saying that you want to give up, that you want to go back to your old ways, that you want to go back to the ways of doing things with no prosperity connected to it, gotta make that happen swiftly too. Gotta take your promise and pass it on to the next person that's already in position. Gotta have your children have to fight in order to get to the promise, in order to get that inheritance. Then they gotta fight that same battle that you gave up in. It's gonna go to the next generation. We ending that now. I need you to call on God so he could show you his great and mighty works, not just for today, but for generations to come. I love you, and until next video, bye.